Hey, everybody at home. Drew Wheeler with Prospects Live here with Mikhail Holden, Alabama baseball prep star. Mikhail, it's my pleasure to have you here. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good, doing good. Just blessed to be here, and thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you, sir. And thank you for bearing with me through all the technical difficulties, man. I've got some questions for you. And as I told you, I like to start with a couple of softballs. So I'm curious if you had to tell me, what are your three most used emojis?
My three most used emojis. Well, one has to be the crying out loud emoji and laughter. How to do that one, and then the peace sign. I like that one, and then um I like to do the monotone one as well. Like when something's
Oh,
not really
nice.
funny, I like to
Right,
I
right,
like to
right.
put that one, or just to mess with my friends.
Just the kind of like flat
Yeah,
face? Yeah.
yes, sir.
That's such a good one. That's such a good one.
Yes,
So the
sir.
other day, I was doing an interview, and one of the guys said, "I really like the laughing, crying emoji, but not the grandma one, the one that's just sitting straight forward." Now
Yeah.
tell me, is that the one that you use? Because it's the one I use, and I know that I'm the old man here.
No, I use the same one, so
All
we're in the
right,
same boat.
I'm going to tell everybody. Look, Mikhail Holden said it was cool, so I need y'all to just back off. Uh, all right, Mikhail, another easy one for you, man. What is your favorite walk up song that you've ever used in
My
baseball?
my favorite walk-up song I used was I would say this one I used this year was it's called Nobody by Casting Crowns, and
Nice.
yeah, it was a good walk-up song just to keep myself calm and yeah, just spread Jesus. So yeah, I like that one a lot.
That's a cool song, man. I like Casting Crowns a lot.
Yes, sir.
Doing some research into, I think it's really awesome that you come from such an athletic family. I saw that your dad played college baseball at Southern. Your mom played basketball college at Southeastern Louisiana as well. I'm curious. I'm going to make you throw one of them under the bus here. Which one of them is the most athletic and why?
Uh well, good thing not in here, but I'm sorry, Dad. I gotta give it to my mom. She's
Oh,
I would say I'll give it to her because she's also in the Hall of Fame in Georgia for high
oh,
school for high when she went to high school. So yeah, I'll definitely give it to her. So I would say I get my athletic side from my mom. So sorry, Dad.
that's amazing. I gotta love the shout out. So, if somebody made you pick, who's more athletic, you or your mom? Who would you say?
Well, I had to send my apologies to my mom on that one. I'll give it to me on that one.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. So, Mikhail, I was told that you are in line to be the valedictorian of your graduating class. Super exciting, super encouraging. I was curious, first of all, what role does academics and your commitment to your academics play in your life? And then, second, what's the toughest class you've taken this year?
Oh yeah, so yeah, academics is very important in my life, also as well as my family, and we take pride in our academics as well, just because it shows that you don't only care about baseball, you also care about your overall success in life. And the hardest class I've ever taken has to be this past year was Calculus One, dual enrollment. Whew, that was a that was a tough one, but we got through with an A. We did get through with an A. So
That's
yeah.
That's amazing. I think that being able to say that I finished that class, like even with an F, even if I failed, I think I would be proud of that. So obviously, very proud of that. Mikhail, you've talked about some things that are important to you. Obviously, baseball, your family, you're close with your family. You're concerned about your athletics. I know also, we talked earlier about your walk-up song being "Casting Crowns." Can you speak to the role that your faith plays in your life and in your baseball career?
Yeah, for sure. Faith is my number one priority in my life. Without God, I wouldn't be here, and ultimately, I wouldn't be, living. So, I'm very thankful for him. And as you know, baseball is a very challenging game, and you can control things you control and still go out and fail. So just understand you have that sense of foundation in your life that you can always go back on and live for is very important to me. So I take pride in my faith as well, and I'm not ashamed of it. So yeah, I'm very grateful for God and what He's done in my life.
Amen. And man, you're so blessed. You've got all kinds of talents, and we're seeing them unfold on the diamond this year. So that's actually a great transition, man, to it. You've been known and you're being scouted as both a batter and a pitcher. So I'm curious, what do you prefer, if either, batting or pitching, and why?
Yes, sir. So I love doing both. I grew up mainly as a catcher and hitting, but I mean, right now in my life, I would say pitching just because I see the most upside in it, and I really love, all the analytics behind it, the work you have to do to be a good pitcher, and yeah, just overall, just the mindset you have to be a pitcher. So I would definitely say I love pitching because, and also you're in control of the game, so I love that as well.
That's true. You're right there with me, man. If I was, catchers, pitchers, that's my two favorite positions to scout at least and to track. So let's talk about pitching then. Which one of your pitches do you feel most comfortable with in any count? Let's say you're at like a 2-0 count. What pitch are you going to go to? What do you trust the most?
I would definitely say my changeup just because I've been throwing the longest. And as a righty, it's very important to have you can have a curveball, but a good changeup can help you set up many, many different other pitches as well. So I would say my changeup just because I've been throwing it the longest and it comes out the hand well. So I would
Yeah.
say my changeup.
Got to give a shout out to the folks at Prep Baseball. They reported that you had plus feel for the changeup. I expected that would be the answer that you'd give. It is a
Yes, sir.
nasty pitch, especially when you consider your fastball. I've seen all kinds of reports, crazy reports. So I'm going to ask the man himself. What's this fastball touching now? Because I've seen 94, 96, 97. I've seen some crazy numbers.
Yes, sir. Safe to say, I'll say 96. So I'll say there.
So that different velocity bands, from being kind of that mid 90s down to kind of that 80 to 81 on the change, those are such amazing different. It's such a different look, from the velo perspective. Love that for you. So you mentioned that you really are into the analytics of pitching. Can you share with me kind of what analytics you're really into right now and what you're using to help mold yourself?
Yes, sir. So over this past year, I've been using a lot of TrackMan data with my bullpens, using that to kind of enhance my game and overall my pitch designs and pitch shapes. So it's really interesting to see how everything's come out the hand, how everything's moving, spin efficiency, all types of stuff. So I've been using TrackMan a lot to help my career and overall become a better player.
Amazing. That's great to hear. And, I'm sure that the folks at the next level, whether that's Alabama, any big league clubs, they're loving to hear that you're already seeing kind of what you're doing and how to best optimize it. I don't want to give away any of how the sausage is made, Mikhail, but can you tell me what are the spin rates looking like on that changeup, man?
Yes, sir. So it's actually a high spin changeup. So I would say
Oh
it's
yeah.
around like 21-ish, 2100 RPM. So
Ooh, yeah.
yes, sir.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Good stuff, man. Good
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
I think you and I could sit here and geek out about pitches and the shapes and stuff all day long, but let's move past that. I did notice on your Twitter account you are close with James Wood.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
curious, what's been the best piece of wisdom that James has imparted on you in terms of how to play the game, or different tips, or just taking the game slowly, or what are some of the best advice he's given you?
Yeah, so obviously being under James's wing for since I was in eighth grade. So we met at when he was a senior in high school at IMG. We met at the PG Showdown, and me and him have talked a lot. And I would say the best piece of advice he's given me was just to go out and have fun. It's easy to get caught up in with the who's in the stands, scouts, coaches, etc. Like you just gotta understand that this is the same game of playing since t-ball or little league, and I know it sounds cliche to say, like, but I mean it's true. Like if you go out and have fun, doing what you love, that's the best way to play the game. So that's what he told me, just to go all out, have fun, and leave no doubt. So
I love that, man. I love that. You played with a bunch of guys that are incredibly talented. Last season at at your high school, Bub Terrell.
yes, sir.
Now raking at the University of Auburn. I won't tell you. I won't tell you, Mikhail, which my favorite college team is. They are typically rivals with Alabama. Being that I'm from Tennessee, I imagine you could guess
Oh
which team
wow.
that is. But I will say, Bub Terrell, one of my favorite non-Tennessee players. I love watching him play. I'm curious, what's your favorite memory with Bub?
I would say definitely the time we spent in the hotels, like on road trips.
Yeah,
Like we went to Mississippi last year, and we took one to Tennessee, and we went to Huntsville as well for playoffs.
yeah,
So just spending time with him, just laughing, just being boys. So I would say that
yep.
was my favorite memories with him. And yeah.
That's awesome, man. So you were talking about just being boys with your teammates. That's a great transition again. What's something that you do or about you that your teammates would roast you for, but you own it, bro? It's just who you are.
Uh, I would say I still wear t-shirts. I just don't like the fact that I don't like to see sweat under my shirts. So I would say t-shirts just to keep the shirt lasting long. Even if it's a good shirt as well. Exactly. See, there you go.
Yeah.
You
Look,
don't
when all their shirts are ruined and you're still wearing nice clothes, they'll regret it. They'll regret it.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's all good. Hey, it's all good. All right, Mikhail, if you had to describe your game in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
I would say driven. I'm a very driven person. Passionate. I'm very passionate about the game, and also just humble. Like it's easy to get caught up in the emotions of a high intense game. I can always catch myself, just being the calm one on my team, and just going out just being myself. So I would say that staying cool, staying level headed, and that's my game. So that's how I describe my game.
I love it, man. Definitely. I can pick up on those things from you just from the clips I've seen and from talking to you, man. Staying calm under pressure, level headed is one of your best qualities. So looking back at this season, which game stands out to you as being the most challenging, and why would you say that is?
The most challenging game I would say would be PG High School Showdown when we were playing Grissom. It was cold, and also it was just a scrappy team that we played against. We matched up with two good arms going at it. So I was very low scoring game. So just two scrappy teams going at it. So putting up grade ABs against each other. So I would say that game.
Classic baseball right there.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
was there a particular team that gave you a tough time on the mound, or even from your time at the plate? A particular pitcher that seemed to give you fits this year that you want to shout out.
This year I would say it was. I would say that arm we faced that PG showdown.
Yeah,
His name's Charlie Caston. He's going to South Alabama. I don't know if he's going to pitch or play short, but I mean he could do both there if he wanted to. He was good. So
word.
yeah, I would say him. He gave me the most time. I mean, the most trouble at the plate as a hitter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say him.
That's a great answer, man.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you, Mikhail. I'm curious. You were saying just a minute ago your advice from your buddy James. Obviously, take it one game at a time. It's still the game you've been playing forever. But has it hit you yet that scouts are watching every pitch, every at bat, or is it just still just the same old game?
I would say it's still the same old game, but I mean, you just can't deny the fact that they're there because I mean, they're there. So,
Yeah,
I would say like just understand, just go out there and being myself. It's easy to try to go out there and be someone you're not, but they're coming out there to watch you, and they like what they see and what you do best. So I would say go out there and just being myself, and yeah, just playing the same game. Enjoying the game with my buddies and my friends from high school. So
yeah.
yeah, just taking it level, just taking it easy, and just having fun.
I love that, man. That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, sir.
So that focusing on your career at Thompson High School, your high school career, it's coming to an end. I'm curious, what's the number one thing that's been instilled in you at Thompson High School that you're going to take with you to the next level of your game?
I would say to always work hard. Our head coach, he always like harped on, like always working hard because you never know who can take your spot. So, even with me as well, like just staying humble, understanding that hey, if I don't do my job, we still got to win. So, just got to go out there and just continue to work hard because not only in high school but in life as well, you're not going to get what you want if you don't work. So,
That's true.
just understanding that, and that's what helped me get through high school as well. So.
Absolutely. Hey, I love that. Good work ethic, man. Carries you a long way. And it's carried you quite a long way to the next level. Obviously, D1 baseball offers, and you have committed to playing at the University of Alabama. I will offer you a begrudged roll tide roll. I'm curious, what was it about that recruiting process with Coach Vaughn and the whole crew that sold you on Alabama being the place for Mikhail Holden at the next level of the game?
Yes, sir. So I committed to Alabama when I was a ninth grader, so a freshman in high school, and that was when they had the old coaching staff as well. So going through that whole change with all the coaches and everything, and what mainly sold them on Coach Vaughn and his program and keeping me committed to Alabama was how personal he was, how he really cared about you, not only on the field, but also as a man off the field as well, making sure you make the right decisions. And that really goes a long way with me because, this game doesn't last forever. So understanding those key principles of being a true man was very important to me and my family. And also him putting emphasis on our academics. So that really surprised us because most coaches care about kids is what they can do on the field. Some kids, they'll play the guy that doesn't have the best GPA and still go out there and play them. So I would say that just overall, just life principle that he instilled in his players that he has now in his recruits. So I would say that.
That's outstanding. I love to hear that. That you're going to be looked after and molded as a full person, like you said, as a young man, because that's absolutely true. This game doesn't last forever, and not everybody, Mikhail, is as talented as you. And so, yes, the game ends very quickly for most people. Ended way, 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 way long ago for Drew, but that's neither here nor there. I am curious, Mikhail. We talked about your buddy Bub just a minute ago. I'm curious, what did that play into it? The Alabama and Auburn rivalry, one of the biggest in all of sports. Is it just that you wanted to show Bub what's what? Is that what this is all about?
Well, I mean, it was just like me seeing that he committed to Auburn. It was just like really like you couldn't just go to Tuscaloosa,
Come on,
but
man.
but yeah, it just kind of like when he committed, just kind of started, just another, just jibber jabber at us, like who's gonna win series and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely cool to have two rival commits on the same team. So
Oh yeah.
yes,
Probably
sir.
made for some interesting bus chat, I'm sure. Mikhail, your name gets mentioned a lot, man. I don't know if you're aware of it, but your name gets mentioned a lot whenever people are talking about the best prep prospects, not just in Alabama, but across the country, man. And when your name is mentioned as a best prospect, it's mentioned in line with the MLB draft. I'm curious, is being drafted by a major league team, is that an opportunity that you're eager to consider?
Yes, sir. So right now I'm weighing both options. Both options are very, very good coming out of high school, either playing Division One baseball or playing professional baseball. So right now I'm still weighing both options, but whatever God has for me has for me. So I'm not gonna, worry about it, just
Amen.
give everything to him. So let his way be done. So I mean, I'm not worried about it. I'm blessed to be in this position to, have two great options in front of me. So whichever one presents itself the best, that's the one I'll pursue. So
Amen. You got the right answer, man, to every question it seems like, other than Alabama. But I can't fault you on that. Can't fault
yes,
you on
sir.
that. All right, I've got some rapid fire questions for you. It's kind of like this or that. Is that all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right. Chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry?
If it comes to brownies, I'm doing chocolate. If it's ice cream, I'm doing vanilla.
Man after my own heart, as usual. All right. In terms of cleats, flashy or classic?
Classic,
All
classic.
right. All right.
Maybe a little flash, but
Okay.
not overly crazy.
All right. Break it down for me. What is too flashy, and give me like your dream cleat.
Too flashy. I would say maybe something off white or something like with some neon colors. But my cup of tea, in my opinion, is just like the team color, like red. I love red cleats. I don't know why,
Oh,
something about them, but I love red cleats. Like if you can rock some simple cleats, you got swag. So I'll
yeah.
say that.
Absolutely. There's
Yes,
something
sir.
to man, it's just like the t-shirt. It's something
Yeah.
about the classic simple things in life that add swag, but I've been saying that for years. Nobody listens to me. Maybe they'll listen to Mikhail Holden say it. Mikhail, your favorite baseball movie, sir.
Favorite baseball movie? I would say the 42 just because it's the one I grew up watching, and yeah, it just shows the how us African Americans can play this game now.
Yeah,
So
man.
I would say 42.
Excellent movie and well said. The history and the,
Also,
the
I would
heart.
say the recently released Boston Red Sox series on Netflix as well. I like that series as well. It's very cool just to see not just the outside but the insides of the MLB team throughout the whole season. So I would say that as well.
Mikhail, out of 10, what would you rate that? Because I haven't watched it yet. I need to do it.
Oh, it's up there because it shows everything like personalized the players.
All
So
right.
I would say like a solid 8.5.
Ooh, okay. All right. Might be
Yes,
doing that
sir.
when we finish here. Might be doing that when we finish. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right. PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo?
PlayStation, 100%.
Okay. Okay.
PlayStation.
Mikhail, who is the best hype man on your team right now?
Best hype man. Gotta go with I gotta go with Anderson Harris from my high school team. He's going Auburn University Montgomery.
Nice.
He's got the party going in the
Yeah,
in the clubhouse. So yeah, I would say him.
good for him. Shout out to him for sure. All right,
Yes, sir.
man. Math or science, Mikhail?
I would say science. I like the I would say I'm a kind of nerd myself because of science. Like just understanding, life and how the
Yeah.
body works, stuff like that, environment. So yeah, I would say science.
All right. Would you rather have a funny actor in a drama movie or a serious actor in a comedy?
Hmm. That's a good one. I would say the serious guy in a comedy just because like, if he's serious in a comedy movie, it still makes it funny. Just because
Oh, for
like you're the
sure.
only one that's out. So yeah, I would say him.
Word. Love that. Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner. Just because like the feeling that, it's your last meal, you might as well just go all out. Because you got, the day's already done. So you might as well just, just finish on a bang.
Put it all on the plate, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sausage gravy or chocolate gravy?
Hmm. Sausage gravy. I'll say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is one pitcher you would love to face just for the challenge?
One pitcher I love to face would be Aroldis Chapman.
Ooh,
I
love
want to
that.
face him just because one is velo, and two he's got good stuff. And he's been doing it for a long time. So I would say Aroldis Chapman.
Shout out Chat Daddy. That's one of my favorite pitchers all time.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
here you go. Batter that you would love to face just for the challenge.
Shohei. I want to face Shohei. Shohei,
Perfect.
or I would say Mookie Betts too, just because get a little lefty in a righty action.
Oh
So
yeah.
just to see how I match up against those guys. So hopefully I can face them soon.
I would love to see it. Just put Mikhail against the current Dodgers, guys. Y'all hear him now. Uh, all right, Mikhail, high tops or low tops?
Low tops. I would say low tops. They go good with all outfits. So got to go with low tops.
I don't know whether this means I've got more style than I think or you have terrible style, but I'll let the people at home decide that. All right, Mikhail, your dream ballpark to play in someday.
Dream ballpark to play in. Mm, I would say PNC Park just because of
Ooh,
the view and and also Oracle Park with the Giants as well. Just because
gorgeous.
one the views, two, it's just a beautiful. They're two beautiful fields. So I would say those two fields.
Great, great answers. Mikhail, what is your favorite inspirational Bible verse?
My favorite inspirational Bible verse would be, I would say Isaiah 41:10. I would say that one just because like just a great reminder from the Lord, and also Galatians 2:20 that like you no longer live but Christ lives in you. And yeah, so I would say that one. Just understand that life is bigger than yourself, and yeah, just understanding that you live for somebody that's bigger. So yeah,
Amen.
just keeps me humble.
Amen. Amen. Hey, I love that. One of the most important questions I'll ask you, Mikhail. Very serious stuff here. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no,
Mikhail,
no, sir. No, sir.
Mikhail,
No, sir.
we were
No,
we were
sir.
getting along so good until now. What happened?
Nah, nah. Fruit does not belong on a pizza. That's just no. That doesn't happen.
What
Fruit and cheese that doesn't go well. It just doesn't
man?
go well.
Oh, my heart is breaking in half right now. All right, all right. We will keep this interview going. He's an Alabama player. He doesn't like pineapple on pizza, but I'm gonna forgive him. Lord help me. All right, Mikhail. Let's say that 10-year-old Mikhail could see you right now. What would he
Okay.
say to you?
I would say just my younger self. I would say just to enjoy, embrace it. Life is short. So if you only have a certain amount of time on this earth. So I would say just embrace every moment and, just find the little details as well to become better, because the little details can lead to bigger things in your career. So I would say just embrace every moment and, have fun.
Love that. And kind of a similar question. There's kids watching you every day, buddy. What would you say to those kids who are hoping to be right now in this catbird seat that you're in, with all these opportunities in your life and all this talent in front of you? What would you say to those kids that are wanting to be where you're at?
I would say to be an audience of one and control things you can control. You know, it's easy to be on social media and look at other players and what they're doing and how they're performing and all that stuff, but you're only going to maximize what the talent that God's giving you. So control the things that you can control and be humble. You know, this game can be taken away from you any moment. And yeah, just go out there, control things you control, have fun, and embrace everything. So that's what I would tell the younger generation coming up.
Love it. One last question for you, Mikhail. Let's say that people watching this, let's say they're scouts or organization guys or guys from wherever that are watching this, and you want to give them one sentence to remember Mikhail Holden by. What would that one sentence be?
I would say Mikael Holden is a leader, a hard worker, and he's going to give everything he has. You know, just understanding the opportunity that I've been given by the good Lord, just to maximize everything that I have. That I'm a leader. I'm gonna push others around me to become the best. And yeah, we're gonna have fun. And yeah, we're gonna make great things happen.
I love it. And man, speaking of great things, this was a great interview. I want to ask you, man, please tell all the folks watching at home where they can follow you on socials as you get ready for a very busy summer.
Yes, sir. So you can follow me on Instagram at Holden all underscore, and on Twitter, or X now it's called. It's all lowercase, all together, Mikael Holden. So
Very good. And if for whatever reason you want to keep up with me between my interviews, writing, podcasts, and all the adventures at Prospects Live, you can do so on the Twitter machine at Drew is okay, on Blue Sky at the same, Drew is okay, and of course, all of our work at prospectslive.com. And Mikhail, we want to say thank you one more time for joining us, man. What a treat it's been getting to know you, man. I can't wait to follow your career going forward.
yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure to talk with you, and I'm looking forward to it all.
Absolutely, man. God bless you. And thanks again, everybody. Take it easy. We will see you next time.